What's up, everybody? Today I want to talk to you about something you're probably pretty familiar with, but maybe you don't know how to do yourself, and that is this, the wiki. I know many of you guys go to the wiki for extended documentation, which is necessary because I can't jam all the facts and figures and everything I need to do into YouTube videos because it would be a lot of video. So I usually like to link to the documentation so that you can watch the video, watch me do something, and then follow it step by step on the wiki. A number of people have asked me about the wiki and actually how to build it. So today we're going to talk about how to actually build your own Wiki.JS so you can start your journey kind of where I started mine, which is probably documenting your own home lab and then just kind of see where it goes. So let's get started. As you can see, we're on my standard test box that I use for TrueNAS, and I have Dockge open here. And what we're going to want to do is we're going to launch a new compose stack, and I'm just going to call this Wiki.JS. Come over here, and I'm going to delete all that, and I'm going to come to the wiki and then scroll down, and what's super meta, to Wiki.JS. So this is the Wiki.JS wiki page, and this is basically what I use to run this wiki, and I'm still getting better at it. There's a lot of features here that I wasn't aware of, and you can see, guys still can probably see on the wiki, it gets updated almost every day. So this is going to be the Docker compose file. Let's go ahead and copy this over to our stacks right here. So let's paste that. So you can see here I'm using Mount10 configs Wiki.JS for the Postgres database. I'm just going to change this. I recommend you guys come over here and make a data set for that. I already have one, and it's for another wiki that I'm testing with right now. So actually, this is empty. So we're actually going to use this data set right here because it's got 96 kilobytes in it. And you can see here I've changed the permissions. I'm using generic permissions, and I've just given other the right capability. And that's because Wiki.JS runs into some really funky user ID stuff. So just let it be generic and just give other read, write, and execute. That's good right there. Let's go ahead and launch this container just the way it is. Everything else should be pretty good. Obviously, I want you guys to change your passwords here. These are just the default ones that I've already changed on mine, but you definitely want to change on yours. And we're running on port 3000, which I think might be open. So let's go ahead and deploy this. Okay, so now we are up and running, and we should be able to log in here in a hot second. You can see here the logs. There's a few things going on. It's starting up. So let's go ahead and go into the wiki. And here it is. This is the wiki setup. So it's asking you to run your email and confirm a password. So I'm just going to do admin@admin.com. Again, this is all test data, so it's no big deal. You guys are going to create much stronger emails and passwords than I am. Site URL is going to be wiki, and I don't want to allow telemetry. So I'm just going to change this really fast. You guys are going to want to use your real site URL, but in this case, I am going to use the local instances. There we go. Let's go ahead and install this, and it's going to finalize. Okay, so once it finalizes, it's going to kick us out to the login screen. I'm going to use the credentials I just made. There we go. Okay, so now the first thing we want to do is create a home page. And we're going to come over here. Now, here's your first question. Do you want to use Markdown or Visual Editor? I don't necessarily recommend you use the code down here, but Markdown is going to be where I do a lot of work. But because you might be a beginner, I'm going to recommend you start the Visual Editor. I'm going to show you how to convert this later. So this is going to be called homepage, right? I'm going to call this my new wiki. Yay, just like that. And I'm going to hit OK. And I'm going to type, this is my new page. Now, because I'm using what they call the WYSIWYG editor, which is what you see is what you get, this looks just like Microsoft, well, something like Microsoft Word. I can do bold here. I can make this italics. That I can add hyperlinks for this whole thing if I want to. Where's the little hyperlink thing? That's hyperlink, so I can just type in a page right there. We can add some pictures. We can do all kinds of stuff here, but I'm just going to create this page just like that. There we go. So right now this looks nothing like my wiki, but again, I'm going to show you guys step by step how to get a little bit closer to the servers at home wiki, or maybe just something totally different that you want. But the first thing we want to do is create a home page just like this, and I can view my home page, and we can post comments if we want, etc., etc. So let's come back over here, and I'm going to show you guys a little bit more advanced settings. So you'll notice here that even though I've got a home page and it looks like this, I want to do some fancy stuff. So you're looking at, for example, the home page for servers at home. So I've got some tables in here. I've got like little emoticons. We've got some headers. I've got these little call out boxes. So cool stuff like that. So I'm going to show you guys how this is basically going to work. So when we go over homepage Wiki.JS, we're going to want to come over here. We want to first off convert this page. So the best way to do this is convert it from Visual Editor to Markdown. And I want to hit convert. just like that. And now we'll see 2 pages. On the left side, this is Markdown. So we see the little, this is my italics, this is my bold. And then on the right, it's the preview pane. So for example, if I want to add a header, I can do it in 2 ways. I can click this little box for header, and I can just put in a heading there, or I can just use something like that and say, welcome home, like that. And if I wanted to say heading 2, like that, I can always highlight it also and come up here and go heading 2. And you see here, it'll double hashtag that. So that's pretty cool. Call out boxes are the same way. So I can say this is a call out. And you'll see on the right, it's going to start to populate. It's a little bit late, but it's okay. It's a little bit of a delay. So now I'm going to want to come over here to the T, and it's going to say block quote. So that's going to make it look like that. And I can change it again to info block quote, and it makes it blue, or the success, which makes it green. Here we go. Watch out for that. Let's come over here like that. There we go, which makes it green. So et cetera, et cetera. You can go over here and keep making call-out boxes. We can add ordered lists like this. This is a list. This is another item, like that. And you can see here, I just do 1, 1, 1. It'll not start numbering 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So it'll keep numbering itself automatically like that, so I don't have to keep track of it. And if I want to start at a certain number, I could start there. Like I can start this at 3, I think, and then it'll make it go 4, 5. Yeah, so you see how it says like 3, 4, 5? But whatever I change this to, it'll just increment by 1. So little tips there for the Markdown editor. Now, the Markdown editor is actually much more powerful than this. It can do a lot of things. So what I want you to do is actually go over to the wiki, all the way down here. Let's go to Wiki.JS. And I've got some instructions here about when the section is called Making It Beautiful. So this is how to convert the editor like I just showed you. And there is a note here. For example, if I do Markdown, I'm going to want to save this. And then I'm going to want to close. And now there you go. Now my home page looks like this. If I were to convert this, for example, back to Visual Editor, I'm going to lose the Markdown changes. So once you go to Markdown, don't go back. Otherwise, you're going to lose all the cool stuff. So there's a warning there on the wiki about that. There's navigation icons for the navigation. So I'm going to show you guys that in a minute. But let's scroll down. Here we go. See this green line here. All the Markdown instructions will be found here. So I'm going to click this, launch in a new page. So this is the actual documentation for Wiki.JS. So this is the documentation for the site. And here on the right, you see the page contents. There's a ton of Markdown stuff. So for example, this is the Markdown section for ordered lists. So I can say using a number followed by a dot symbol. This is the shortcut for it. And there's a button right in the top bar. And here's an example. So 111, just like I showed you guys. And this is what it'll look like. So this is what it looks like in Markdown. And this is what it's going to look like when it's actually rendered. There you go. And it tells you all about why I use 1 on each line. So some cool stuff like that. So there's call-out boxes in here. You can do footnotes and headers and horizontal line breaks and how to do images and like changing image sizes, for example. Like here's the directions for how to do dimensions if you want to customize it. Tons and tons of stuff. So just really cool. I was not a huge fan of Markdown when I first started. I was like, man, it seems like a lot of work. It seems kind of like coding. But once I saw how beautiful Markdown can be and really how simple it is and how universal it is, I'm really glad I started to learn because Markdown is used everywhere. Markdown is used in almost anywhere you could type text box these days. So like this is kind of a cool thing to learn because it's going to come up again. If you're not running Wiki.JS, you probably have already come across Markdown in Discord or maybe other places that use Markdown. So this is just a kind of nice thing to start getting under your belt because it really does work. Okay, let's sit up over here and we're going to go to the settings. And the settings has got a lot of cool things in it. So I'm just going to run you through just a few of these quick ones just so you guys can get up and running. So my locale is always going to be English. I'm going to leave it like that. I don't want to make it multilingual. The navigation. So I'm using custom navigation right now, and this is the way it's going to work. When you want to add other things to your navigation, just because you add a page doesn't mean it's going to be added in navigation. So every time I come to my wiki and I create a new page, for example, I actually have to manually come in here and add it. I'm going to want to add a link, and it's going to be target type page. And then it's going to allow me to select the pages that I've made from here. So right now there's only one page, but if I wanted to add another page, for example, let's come out of here and let's create a new page. New page, just like that, select. I'm going to use Markdown. I'm going to say new page, like that. I'm not going to put a description in. And I'm just going to say this. You can't create a blank one either. So I actually have to type something in here. This is a new page. We're going to create this page. Like that, and now let's add it to our navigation. I want to add link to page. I'm going to select my page for a new page, select. And there it is right there. It's called untitled link. So I have to come over here and call it new page, just like that. And you'll notice the home has this really cool little icon, but my new page has this little arrow next to it. So I'm going to click apply here. Now, every time you change it, you have to hit apply. And you can make this only visible to select groups. So if you have a special like admin user section or only people that are logged in, whatever it is, you can make this only visible to some people. So your wiki can be both half public and half private or whatever ratio you want. But anyway, the home section. You'll see the home section is MBI-home, and new page has this little chevron. I recommend you click this, which will bring you to material designs. Get out of my way. Don't track. And you can type anything here, for example. So let's type in like bus. There you go. So here's all these really cool little things. So I'm going to say that's bus alert. Let's see if this one even works. So sometimes this works and sometimes this doesn't because Wiki.JS is a little behind the material design. So I'm going to come back into my wiki. I'm going to change my MDI chevron right to bus alert. And there it goes. There's my little symbol. I'm going to hit apply. I'm going to hit exit. All right, so now that we're done with navigate, let's go back into settings. Let's continue. I've got two pages here, my new page and my home page, just like that. We can tag all these pages if you want, and you can adjust the theme here. Obviously, it's very bright, so we're going to change this site default to, well, we can't change that. We can change the table of contents position. I put mine on the right, so that's where you guys are going to see it on mine. There's a way to go put dark mode on here, I think, and I forget where that is, but I'll find that in a sec. The code injection, this is pretty important. Right now, I wouldn't mess with that if I were you guys, but eventually you can put some CSS overrides and some HTML stuff in here. The one time you are going to want to adjust that is, for example, to add YouTube videos. So if you put YouTube videos in there and you want to be able to see the video itself pop up like in the little responsive player where I can just play it right in line in the wiki, this is where you're going to add that stuff. This is the code injection spot. This is the HTML injection spot. So just literally just copy and paste this. Don't make any changes directly into these fields here, the CSS override and the HTML head injection, and then you can put inline YouTube videos in there. Again, groups and users, you can add some stuff here. I have analytics hooked up, so I use Umami Analytics Volume version 2. There is a page on the wiki for Umami, which is great because it's a privacy-focused analytics tracker. It's what I use for servers at home right now, and it's pretty awesome. You can add more authentication in here if you want. Comments, I have the built-in comments. I'm learning how to make these other ones work. That's the big challenge I have right now. I've not been successful in making anything else work, but the default work just like that. So rendering, I turn all this stuff on. So there's a lot of other cool things here like Croaky. It's not using the diagrams. To switch these on, just hit enabled and hit apply. You're not going to break anything. I've turned all these on. So you can go through all these things and do that stuff. Search engine, again, I'm using the default basic. Storage, this is where you're going to link with GitHub, and I'm going to talk about that in another video. But basically, what I started doing is I've started backing up the wiki to GitHub, and I can do what's called a bi-directional pull. So you see here, this little says bi-directional. Once you actually activate this file system, and you can start, once you activate the Git file system, you can do a bi-directional push and pull, and it allows people to make changes on GitHub, which will be pulled to my wiki. And if I make a change in my wiki, it'll be pushed to GitHub and it acts as a backup. And that's pretty amazing. So I'm going to make a whole other video about that. But that's something that has just been added to the Servers at Home wiki. And I'll talk about that on the next video. API access. Everything down here is, again, unless you want to use mail. And again, you can just use basic SMTP here if you want. Everything else here is pretty basic. You can turn up your security if you want. You can add more SSL, you can add custom SSL, and we can talk about that now too. In order to make this world accessible, I just use a Cloudflare tunnel. It's nothing fancy. You can use Nginx Proxy Manager. You can build an SSL right into this, but I think Cloudflare tunnels are pretty easy. I've already made the video on Cloudflare tunnels, so check that out if you haven't seen it, and you can go ahead and just make this publicly accessible to the world. This is how you system info, and I don't mess with anything else down here. You can contribute, which I recommend you do. There's some other utilities, which I don't recommend you touch, and there's developer tools, which I don't recommend you touch. But that's pretty much it. Once you get your navigation kind of set up and you kind of decide what you want to do in terms of the way this looks, that's pretty much it going straight forward. It's mainly just about building pages and adding content at that point. So I just wanted to show you guys this because Wiki.JS is pretty amazing, and a lot of people have asked me, hey, how did you do all this and where are we at? This is pretty similar to what I'm using. Like, we just almost set up the exact same thing here. Mine's just kind of on dark mode, and I know that's in here somewhere. I think it might be under general. And here you can turn your comments on here. You can change your index and follow for your meta, SEO stuff here, headers and footers, content license. You can change the logo to be something custom, stuff like that. So it's pretty easy to go ahead and change that. So I thought the theme, here's the dark mode switch, just like that. Thank God. Okay. So really quickly, you can see here on the, let's go exit. On the home page, we've already got our page of contents to the right. We've already got comments set up. I've already got some stuff set up here. All I really need to do is start adding pages now and probably change this icon. And we're not super far off from where the Servers at Home wiki is. It's just a custom icon. I've changed the site title, a bunch of pages, and that's it. It's just a matter of just building content in here, guys. And it's whatever you want it to be. So I said, once you do the injection for example, the YouTube videos, that's some of the only CSS I have. The only other CSS I have is for this little button right down here, the edit on GitHub. And again, I'm going to talk about that in the next video. But everything else here is pretty stock. So yeah, you can add whatever you want. You can add these little callouts. I have images in here. Tab set. This is called a tab set, and you can see that in the Markdown. So there should be content tabs. This is how you do content tabs, like that. And here's the examples. Tab set, first tab, second tab, third tab. Yeah, some cool callouts, some ordered lists, some other headers, and the YouTube plugin right here, which I just have to paste the YouTube URL, and it automatically does that now that I've already added the CSS, and that's it. That's the whole wiki. So I hope you guys got a lot out of this. I hope you guys are encouraged to build your own wiki. We can never have enough documentation. That's the one thing that most people don't talk about that's kind of necessary is documentation, documentation, documentation. Write down what you're doing. It's going to come in handy when your stuff breaks, and everybody's stuff breaks. It's like a law of nature. And you never know. You might turn up and publish your documentation, and next thing you know, you're kind of like Servers at Home when you've got 11,000 hits a week on your wiki. Like that happens really fast, and it kind of hits you out of left field, and you know, it goes that way. So again, thank you guys so much for everybody that is going to the wiki, for people that are commenting, for people that are suggesting content. Thank you guys for everybody for watching YouTube. Please like and subscribe to this. If you have some questions, go ahead and put them in the comments below. If you have other suggestions for wikis that you like, please do. I searched for about 4 months to find a different wiki that I liked more than this, and I just straight up couldn't find one. So yeah, maybe you have good suggestions for me. So I'd love to hear them. And if you guys want to thank me personally, please buy me a coffee.